All right. So when is it smart to just endure? When is it smart to resist? And when is it smart to flee? And there are there are certain mindsets that I think over the years and even now that are detrimental to the human spirit. One of them, I think, is ego, because at times it puts you in an unrealistic place and it thinks that you can resist or you can flee to something better. And there are times when you cannot do that, where you just have to endure. And sometimes you can resist and defeat the thing that is oppressing you. And other times you endure enough to flee the situation that you're in. And sometimes you just flee with the shirt upon your back because the situation is so insane.
All right. Are you talking from experience or something that you just have a belief in?
It's a little bit from column A and a little bit from column B. More times of, and this is just probably more with regards to jobs where I thought I could just flee and find another one. And there are times when I've taken a stand where it wasn't the most intelligent thing to do. I had kind of a John Wayne mentality, and I still do have a, you know, I'm going to get justice my way mentality. It's not the best thing, but when I see wrong, I have a large, you know, I have a big, there's a large part of me that if somebody is sanctimonious and arrogant, I want them to, I want them to, I want justice done to them. I have that desire. Perhaps it's irrational and maybe it's wrong, but that's what I feel in my gut. And I see a lot of wrong out there, and I see a lot of people who have a thought process that does disgust me. I think of them as extremely vile. And I think of their, you know, I just, I'm listening to their mindset, and I see nothing good or noble that comes from it. And I see a disgusting, there's a disgusting part of society that I've observed since 2020 that makes me think that there's a large, vile. I don't know if they're a majority or if they're a vocal minority, but they are a very vicious and cruel group that seeks to do harm to those who question the hive mind, that resist or question the hive mind, and they are a brutal and vicious group. And I mean, right now I'm enduring them, but do I resist them or do I flee? That's one of the questions I have. Or do I continue to endure? That is my question as of now, because I'm seeing a group of individuals that are just truly vicious, and much of the world, there's perhaps a large population that does not see what I see, and they're free to it. I'm just saying what I see. I'm saying what I observe.
In column C, there's a bunch of dog crap. Look, I don't know what your deal is, man. This stuff sounds like garbage. It sounds like you're reading a page out of Tim Pool's book. What's wrong with you?
Joey, listen, you saw the protest. You saw the same things that I saw. You saw those knuckleheads, those crazy people and their chants. You heard them. What do you mean what's wrong with me? Do you not have eyes? Do you not see the same things that I see?
They look like zombies, but
They do, and that's what we have right now. Vicious zombies.
there's zombies everywhere. But let me ask you this: if you go out tomorrow into nature, are you going to see any of these douchebags walking around?
Listen, I think to a degree I depend because I take medication for my diabetes and my high blood pressure. I can't depend on nature like other people. I can't depend on nature like other people. I have to depend on medication and
No,
modern
you
science.
don't. That's hogwash. You haven't tried everything. You're listening to, and I'm not going to get into your personal medical stuff, but since you bring it up often enough, how many opinions do you have? How many doctors' opinions do you have on the diabetes thing? Truly,
You know what?
due diligence. Due diligence is everything in this world.
I'll tell you this. The advice that I've gotten and that has helped me the most is not from the mainstream medical opinion on diabetes and health. For me, Dr. Fong and fasting has been the best thing for me. But when I talk to my doctor about that, they are not they are not they are not thinking on that level. They're not thinking on the level, and this doctor, from my understanding, has the data to back it up. And the things that I've tried with him have been successful. And by the way, I want to say that I don't know if there is anything that I disagree with Tim Pool on, but I think he is exactly right that there are unhinged lunatics.
You are an unhinged lunatic for saying that.
No, I'm not. How am I an unhinged lunatic for? Are there not? Are you saying that there are?
Tim Pool is a fear mongering mainstream media talking head douchebag. And he needs to take off his damn beanie.
Jeez.
How is your most trusted source of philosophy or waxing philosophical on today's primary issues? How does it come from a guy who doesn't even take off his damn beanie, who has a team of 15 to 30 people standing behind him every day for his damn show to even operate? How does that, on the down low, that's something people are not supposed to know, by the way. He's got like a massive team behind him. I mean, we're talking about a huge budget, okay? And he has the luxury of going on and whatever he does, smokes a doobie and goes on. I don't know what the guy does, but he sounds like he's off of his. This guy sounds like an unhinged lunatic. I am not a fan of Tim Pool. Nobody's a fan of Tim Pool. The guy's a douchebag off the internet. I don't know anybody who's even heard of the guy. I don't understand your obsession with this fruit.
Well, Joey, I'll tell you this. You listened to Tim Pool that one time, and you agreed with what he said. There are, and Joey, your denial of the unhinged lunatics around us is really kind of sad that you
I
don't see.
I am on the same team, dude. There are lunatics all day long. That's crazy talk right there. That's absurd.
She's coming around to my side of thinking. You don't, the one thing you got to like, if there, sometimes there is no enemy, but sometimes there is an enemy. And I see these unhinged lunatics as an absolute and total enemy.
You know what? There's lunatics on both sides, and if you're not seeing that, you're in. Don't talk about denial. You know, it's an amazing thing that people are. There's people that are that should be on the same team. There's enough people out there calling BS on a lot of things. And this is the problem. This is such a masterful plan. Everything that's gone down has been done and executed so masterfully that it appears that people couldn't be more divided when at a time when they need to be able to discuss these things and fight and find that common enemy if they need to fight. What I see is people taking these extreme sides without looking in, and you'd be the first one to admit it, that you have no reason to attack anybody on your side. You see this, you feel that for some reason that the left wing has all the power and has put in and is throwing all the jabs and taking all the punches. It's not true at all. You think that's true?
For the most part, yes,
truly are off your nut. And that is absolutely, I mean, to say that this is a one-sided game, are you putting the time in and are you listening? Did you listen to the Federal Reserve guys come out today? Did you listen to these guys talk? Janet Yellowstein?
She's on the left.
Dude, listen to all of them talk. They're lying right to our faces. It's not hard to see it, and people on both sides can see it. But if you're limiting your cuckoo crazy rhetoric and giving it and applying it to this one segment of the media, you're missing the boat. You're missing a golden opportunity to take swings at conservatives who are doing nothing better. Check out these Federal Reserve players. They're not all leftists. They're all lying right to our face. I don't know. Janet Yellen is bizarre. I don't know if you've ever seen her, by the way. She doesn't even look
yeah, she certainly is bizarre.
I think she decides which sex she's going to be in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, again, I know what I see. To me, I see what I'm looking at. I see what is in front of me. I've seen it in my personal life. I've seen the behavior. I know it's there. Look, man, I know a person's who, she comes from communist China, and someone who comes from Cambodia, and they said that these leftists think that blacks in America are treated worse than the Maoist, and the way the people who suffered under Mao are suffered under the killing fields. These people are sick. They're sick people, and they are controlling. They have a lot of control. They are a college-educated elite class that is brainwashed, and I think that they are extremely dangerous. They have no empathy, they have no pity, and they have no mercy for those who go against the hive mind. And there is a large hive mind, and they are extremely dangerous.
I won't deny that they've affected my life in many ways, and I wish I could. I wish, I could say it's entirely true for the opposite side. And I'm talking about politics only. They're all horrible, awful game players. Both Trump and Joe Biden have shown their colors. They've shown, and I'm talking about at that level. When it comes down to, just current affairs and stuff, I associate much better at this point with people on the right and extreme right even than I do the left. But to say that our leadership is it's controlled and has been screwed by the left is totally inaccurate.
I'm not saying that the right doesn't screw up things either. I'm saying that there is a hive mind on the left that is fanatical and dangerous. And
Uh,
let me just say this. I'm against fanaticism wherever it comes. And fanaticism is dangerous. And the most dangerous fanaticism is coming from the left. And in my opinion, it's like one country is kind of like, like the right is like Mexico, the left is like Russia. These people have nukes. They can destroy people. They have the economy, and wars are won economically. And they control the establishment right now. And how do we seize how do we seize control back from it? I have ideas, and I certainly could be wrong. But again, these are vicious. We are surrounded by very vicious, very cruel, myopic people who do not want to debate, who want obedience. And we saw that during the pandemic, and we also see that with regards to social and cultural norms. They want their norms, they want their social and cultural norms obeyed without discussion. And that is not acceptable in my eyes.
I hope there's a day though when you can um, take a look at things from different perspectives. There is no reason to flee. The pen's mightier than the sword. It always has been. Anybody can, with enough resource, can go and hire somebody to go take out their worst enemy, right? I mean, we can agree on that.
If you have the money, you can take out any. If you're wealthy enough, you can probably take out anybody.
But that's we're talking about Christianity there. I mean, basically. But yeah, it's an ugly situation. You gotta have to be able to look at it from different angles. I personally have taken a pacifist role. I feel that pacifism is ultimately the way to get things done in today's world. But it's a lot. It's a lot deeper than fleeing, though. It's not what it's about at all. It's not about, if somebody endangers my life or my property, I'm going to take those people out. So it's not something to get twisted. Self-preservation is part of nature, and that resonates with me. But that said, violence as a last resort or not a last resort, but that violence is not a go-to to get things resolved.
When we were at the rally, they were saying white silence is violence, and there was just a crazy leftist just killed I guess he may have been a Trump supporter in South Dakota, and there were a lot of leftists that supported the murder, and I want to just say that leftist silence is violence, because when they don't say anything about it, deep down that they support the violence that happens. And this goes across the board. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that there's a portion in this America that wants to harm those who think differently, who speak differently. And again, they are an extremely vicious and cruel bunch. And my thing is, I don't know if I could successfully resist them, but I would like to expose them and expose not just America, but the rest of the civilized world to these types of people, and decide what do you want to do? What are you going to decide to do? Do you want to work with these people? Do you want to drive a truck for these people? Do you want to farm? You want your farmlands and your hard labor to go to people who despise and hate you? Is that what you want? You don't have to give these people food and water and your labor if they despise and hate you. You can resist that. Let them go hungry. Let them go thirsty. Don't give them labor. You can go give your labor to somebody else. Anyway, Joe, I think I've spouted off enough. I don't know if I'm right on that, but these are my feelings at the moment. And
they're pathetic.
You know what, Joe? I'm angry, and it may be pathetic, but that's the way I feel at the moment. And it may be completely wrong. It may be one of the most pathetic things out there. But I believe that the civilized world is under a threat from a vicious, vindictive, myopic hive mind. And again, these people have no mercy, they have no empathy, and they have no pity. And I don't know if I can resist them, but I would love to expose them. Any words before we end the show, Joey?
I think we covered this. Don't run.
Very well. I say endure, resist wherever you can, and if you have to flee, you have to go, but make a plan before you flee, and take the high ground. Anything else after that, Joey?
Well, there's already complaints that we're cutting this one short, but I think we're going to continue limiting this until we get some interviews. I think you need some interviews. You need some people to talk to. You need to broaden your horizons, dude.
I absolutely. But a lot of people, it's you know what? This is one of the things that leftists have made it really hard. People have stopped talking to one another because of this woke cancel culture. By the way, which can be a dress rehearsal for mass murder. All right. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, share this video. If I'm wrong, let me know where I'm wrong. But like I said, there is a vicious, vindictive hive mind that has seized control over the establishment. They're without mercy, pity, or empathy. Thank you very much.
Subscribe, leave comments, please. We need the comments. We definitely need the thumbs ups.
All right.